Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Friday, September 5th, and I think this is 3 days of sales. It might be 2. I am confused. I don't remember if I shipped on Wednesday or not. Regardless, there's 5 items here. 3, I think, on Poshmark, 2 on eBay. I think that's correct. Nope, just 1 on eBay. Everything else is on Poshmark. I have $166.75 in gross sales. This is the first thing that sold, which is a jogger coat. My daughter wanted to go to Old Navy yesterday, and they had a whole line of these. This is Universal Thread, which is Target, right? And the ones that sell for me, so, okay, sorry, this is important. Chore coat has kind of this, like rectangular shape. They're a little bit longer, big patch pockets here. And then the kicker is kind of a contrast. I feel like usually what I see is like tan, dark brown, but a contrast corduroy collar. That seems to be the style. I sold a lot of those last fall and winter. I should have looked up how many I actually sold. The ones that are the best, in my opinion, are the like vintage ones. And then of course, if there's a good name brand associated with them, Carhartt, LL Bean. What would any other ones be? I'm not sure off the top of my head. But that's even better. So this one did not sell. Actually, I mean, considering it's a Target brand, it sold for $29. And I think that's pretty fantastic. It did take 7 months to sell. I'm a little surprised it didn't sell. I think it just falling. Everything's falling here. I did get it, I think, let's see, it's September. 7 months ago would have been February. Maybe it was too late in the season. I don't know. Anyway, it sold 2 days ago for $29. I had it listed for $35, and I think when I listed it, actually, I'm not going to say that because I don't know that that's true, because it was 7 months ago and I don't remember. I was going to say, I think I listed it on the higher side of comps just because I had been selling this style so frequently. But I don't really remember that, so I don't think I'm going to say that. Anyway, I bought this at it's a town, I don't know, like 45 minutes away. One of my daughters had it. I don't ever go there. So it was kind of a one-off thing, but I found it at a little thrift store that, if I remember correctly, it like benefits their mission with their homeless shelter there. Anyway, I spent $4 on it, which is amazing. That's, I think, a pretty great cost of goods for a coat, a jacket at a thrift store. I think that's good. So my profit is $19.20. All right, I do have one, I'm trying to go fast because I have to be somewhere, and I'm also, it's like really early in the morning, so like it's not a good combination. I have a brand that we're going to talk about. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, this is a midi skirt. Kind of hits mid-calf on me. I'm on the taller side of average, I think. I don't know. And this is kind of a vintagey. There's this tag. back of it looks like it was pretty cool. Anyway, vintagey, like floral midi skirt. And I've also had a lot of success selling this kind of style. When I have a vintage something, usually sweater, but sometimes skirts like this, even sometimes just t-shirts that don't have a very specific comp, I will price it at $30 unless the comps tell me otherwise. And that's what I did here. Somebody offered me $18 on Poshmark. Actually, that's not even true. They offered me like 14 or something. I was like, that's less than 50%. And so I countered, I want to say at 24 because I think that they offered it before my offer, my automatic offer that goes out with Prime Lister. I think they offered before that even went out. So I countered at the 20%, and then they countered at 18, and I went ahead and accepted that. I thought about countering again, but right now I'm just like, I want to make sales. Anyway, I found that skirt at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. It's only been listed for 20 days. That's not true. How long has that been listed? It's been longer than 20 days. And I know that because I have SKU numbers and it was in the 2024 SKU numbers. So I don't know where I got 20 days. It's been listed probably 7 or 8, probably 9 or 10 months. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. After fees, my cost of goods, my profit is $12.40. All right, I'm gonna need to do a little lint action here. So I might not do that right now, but this is a shirt that has a skull on it. And this is the brand Torrid, which is one of my favorite bread and butter brands. I actually just did a brand research video on Torrid. I think the last time I did a video, so whenever that was. When I first started doing these daily videos, I was doing them, okay, first of all, I'm sorry. This is like a waffle weave knit to it. No, it doesn't. It's more ribbed, I guess. I did write thermal because it just has that thermal feel on it. But that's not a waffle weave. Okay. I need to lint roll that, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna wait. Okay, the Torrid video I just did whenever I did a video last. That's what I was saying, is when I was first doing these videos, I was uploading them the same day, but I've been having a ton of upload issues. And so now I'm like a few days ahead or behind. I'm not sure exactly how I should say that, but then I get confused because I've also been having slower sales, so I'm not shipping every day, and I just get confused. This is Patagonia. I will tell you, I way undersold this, but I did it on purpose. And I'm okay with it. And if you're not okay with it, I'm okay with that too. I'll tell you why. So this, I did a Google image search. This is a Patagonia. It's called a Nano Puff. Fantastic sell-through rate. It's like 54%, I think, if I remember correctly. This has, so that's the thing, like I have a haul video that I recorded that isn't up yet. So there's like a lot of wear on this, and actually a big old chunk of hole out of it. And it's well worn. So what I did was I searched the style, the color, and the color size. That's the other thing. And I went ahead and listed it right at the bottom. I didn't undercut. Like there are ones that sold less than I sold this one for. But if I had sent this in, taken the time, gotten it fixed, it still would have a lot of wear on it. And that would have just taken a lot of time to do. And I thought, you know what? I just want to get a quick sale here. So I listed it at $50. They used my 15% off coupon and it sold in a day. So I only paid $5 for it at a garage sale. And I did a haul video for that garage sale and I haven't uploaded it yet. So it's just, you may see it in the future, maybe, if I get around to it. Anyway, this is really good profit in my opinion. I made $31.16 on it. I had last fall, I found something similar. I don't know if it was a nano puff, and it had a big old hole in it. And a friend of ours was over and he was like, oh, that's actually my dad's size. He's been looking for one of these. And so we ended up together sending it, like, I don't remember exactly how it all worked out, but sending it to Patagonia. But the dad paid me like, I think $40 for it. And then he paid to have it repaired. And so it was a really good deal for him. It was a good deal for me. It was a quick, like, I had it just like sitting out and my friend came over and was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. So anyway, that was kind of my thought here. Like, now I don't have to mess with getting it fixed and sending it and getting it back and paying to have it fixed, so that maybe in a few months I can sell it for $100. I'm gonna sell it for $50, and the person who bought it can deal with it. And that's great. I'm pleased with that. So this is what we're going to talk about. I bought this at a thrift in a larger city close to me. This is a dress. It has this kind of watercolory print on it, and this brand is Jam's World, and I want to tell you, this is a really cool brand. Very, very cool. But we're going to talk about this specific dress for a second, and then we'll talk about the brand. So I worked so hard comping this to make sure that I did it correctly and didn't undercut. And so Jam's World has styles and then prints. And so there's, you know, different dresses in this style and then different prints or different dresses in this print. But I could only find one that was this print and this style that had sold. And it was brand new with tags, whereas this one is not. And so it was a struggle. Overall, this brand or this style and this print was around $50 in the comps, and when I say around, like a little under. But the dress that I found that was exact sold for $95. So I was like, I don't know what to do here. So what I did was I priced it at $95 and then took offers. An offer came for $50 and I accepted it because that was really what the other style and the other prints of this were selling, anywhere between like 30 and 70. So I felt like 50 was fair. Again, maybe I did it wrong. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I did and going from there. So yeah, it sold for $50 and it sold in a week, which is fantastic. I did pay $12 for this, which is kind of a lot. But the store that I bought it at, I thought was having a 30% off sale and they weren't. So I spent $12 on it. It's all right. It worked out in the end. I mean, I made $28 in a week. So I think that's fantastic. Okay, my total profit for, was this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or just Wednesday, Thursday? I don't know. I really don't remember. I'm so confused. My total profit was $103.43. Those two larger sales definitely helped out. Yeah, we're doing this again, up and down. Good days, bad days. Yeah, I think I had 2 days that I didn't have any sales on eBay, which is why I think this did include Tuesday. Okay, anyway, regardless. Jam's World. It is a Hawaiian-based clothing company and lifestyle brand. I don't know what that means. It was started in 1964 by someone named Dave, I'm gonna say Rochlin. It's Rochlen. He was a surfer and a lifeguard in Hawaii. And here's the story. He and his wife realized that these surf shops only sold surfboards and they didn't really sell anything else. And one day he and his wife were like, we want some fun clothing. So they took a pair of pajamas and cut them off and made shorts. And apparently like people liked them. And so they decided to make them. And so their Jams is short for pajamas. I just think that's so funny. I love it. It's such a great story. So Jam's World was born. They're Jam shorts. They are known for their premium, vibrant print fabrics. Their ethos is color, freedom, difference, humor, and love. And so I told you they have a bunch of different prints, and they're all hand-painted prints and then screen printed on this like rayon fabric that they make. So everything is completely made in I'll get it out. Honolulu, Hawaii. They're designed there, cut there, and sewn there. It's completely done in that way. A couple of videos ago, I talked about rayon and made like I don't think rayon's even like, I think it's plastic. It's not. I did a little more research. Rayon is actually a plant-based fabric, and it is biodegradable. So I didn't know that. That's pretty great. So Dave's son still runs the company. It's all like family run. They just have e-commerce sites, and I have a star by e-commerce, and I don't know what that means. Why did I make a star? I did this late last night. Anyway, you can shop on their e-commerce site either by art, so you can pick the print that you like and then shop all the styles in that print, or you can shop by style. Man, they had so many different categories, like men's, women's, children, and then even within there. I checked out the men's shirts were about $149, and then their dresses were, the lowest I saw, which was like their clearance sale, was $65. The highest dress was $350. So pretty amazing. On the resale market, Jam's World, just in general, has an average sale price of $37.12 with a 38% sell-through rate. I will tell you that Pearl Jam came up quite a bit in this, so maybe that number's skewed, but I think as I kind of broke it down, I think it's fairly accurate-ish. If I filter by men, the average sale price is $50.81 with a 38% sell-through rate. Women's is a little less with $35 as the average sale price and 29%. I did check out vintage because, you know, they were started in 1964. The other dress I found, it was over 2 years ago, so it's not in my current like inventory. It's not on Vendu, which is what I use for like my spreadsheet inventory management system. And I didn't go back and look at my old spreadsheets, but I'm fairly certain that the one I sold was vintage, and that one, it was a maxi dress and it sold for like $80 really fast again. So also, when I sold this one, I got a message, and that always like freaks me out when people send a message after. I'm like, oh, are you gonna cancel? Like what's happening? But the person just said thanks, and they were really excited, and that they would love that. that they're going to love their dress. And I thought that was really interesting because I do remember getting it's so funny how certain sales like just stick in your brain, you know, and certain details about it. I got a message from the dress I sold 2 or whatever years ago, and kind of saying the same thing, like, I'm so excited about this dress. It's perfect for my collection. So I think that people collect like different prints from Jam's World. I just think it's really interesting. But vintage has an average sale price of $46.28, only a 13% sell-through rate. I don't know if that got skewed by Pearl Jam or not, but there it is. I looked up dress because that's what I found and sold. $38.14 was the average sale price. 31% was the sell-through rate. The highest price dress was $199. Pretty great. All right, I looked up the Hattie. That was I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that. Real life. Hattie was the style of the dress that I sold, and it was called Moonlight Bliss, in case you were wondering. I should have said that earlier. The average sale price, $45.09 with a 49% sell-through rate. I looked up, so there was I looked up just the highest price item, and I'm sorry. I am confused with okay, there were some men's button-ups. That's the thing. I looked up men's button-ups and I looked up dresses. And my Cricut's back. It must be waking up. Oh boy. I'll try and finish up real fast here. There was a Native American, American Indian vintage shirt, button-up shirt that sold for $265. There was a tie-dye one that sold for $225. So men's button-ups have an average sale price of $51.99 with a 38% sell-through rate. So definitely I'm snagging the men's button-ups if I find them. Actually, I would buy anything from this brand. And maybe even pay up a little bit. Obviously, I spent $12 on the dress. So, all right. The highest one ever was a panda, like had tea. It was kind of Asian inspired. Button-up that sold at auction for $623. There was a fish print that sold for $555 at auction, and a cow print that sold at $431 at auction. And then there was like this jumpsuit, kind of overall, like 70s looking, that sold for $380. So definitely some really cool things to find, but also kind of just regular normal things too that I think would sell still pretty fast. So I thought this brand was really cool. I liked looking into it. I debated on whether or not to do Patagonia or this one, but I have some other Patagonia items, so maybe they will sell and I can do one of these in the future. So this has been really fun for me so far. I hope you're enjoying it too. Maybe one of these days I'll get my act together and figure out what day it is. All right, let me know if you've found Jam's World, or do you collect Jam's World? I would love to know that. If I were a brighter person, as far as my clothing goes, I think I would be into it. That seems like a lot of fun to have like a whole collection of these prints and stuff. So anyway, yeah, let me know your experience. Have you heard of it? Have you sold it? Have you worn it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I want to know. Let me know all the things in the comments. So make sure you like the video if you liked it. Bonus points if you leave me a Cricut emoji. Just remember the points don't matter. And yeah, have a great day. I never say have a great day. I'll see you soon.